Hello, it's Dr. Owers here. I wanted to produce this follow-up video to the series of videos that I produced a while back on how to keep your immune system strong. I was motivated to produce those videos because at the time, in March of 2020, there was a lot going on in the world. We were discovering the WHO named pandemic of COVID-19 virus. And a lot of people didn't quite know what was going on at the time. There was a lot of guesses, and I thought that one element was missing, and that was how to be proactive and how to help yourself and how to empower yourself. So if you haven't seen those videos, I encourage you to go see them. There are a number of them. They're small, they're short. In and of themselves, one or two or three of them might be something you already know, but I encourage you to watch them all as a group because it gives you a really great roadmap as a whole on what to do. Now that I'm a few months into this, I have another insight to share with everybody. So go see those videos. I can't really get into all of that again because this video would be too long. So you'll know what this video means a bit more once you go and check out those other ones. But there is now what in my opinion is a confluence of pandemics. So there's a couple of pandemics that have been going on for a while. They've been quite insidious. They've been coming around very slowly. They have not really produced any huge sort of immediate effects. And actually they haven't even been named, officially pandemics by any organization that I know. But nonetheless, it is a worldwide thing that is known, and I think they warrant the name pandemic. The first one is vitamin D deficiency. This is worldwide. Vitamin D is so crucial in so many things that go on in our bodies, not just in the immune system while it's fighting things off, but for many, many, many things. And the other one is insulin resistance. So insulin, every time people hear that, they think diabetes. This is not necessarily about diabetes, although one of the end stages of insulin resistance hanging around too long is diabetes. But you don't have to be diabetic to be suffering from the effects of insulin resistance. In my previous videos, I do talk about that in one of the segments. So please go reference that. These two things, if you're vitamin D deficient and if you have insulin resistance to any degree, set you up to be what people are now calling at-risk people for COVID-19. And when you have these things going on, and then if you happen to then contract this virus known as COVID-19, the confluence of all of these things is what can produce some serious effects in people, and what in some individuals would cause them eventually succumbing to this. So the virus is not like influenza in a few ways. So I am not going to be saying, oh, it's just like influenza A or seasonal flu. No, not entirely. That's a whole other video, and I will maybe produce that one another time. But there's one thing that happens with this virus. It is very good in inducing what's called a cytokine storm in your body, which means that your immune response to the virus is exaggerated. Now, some people have said, well, that means that you have a good immune system if you can be that powerful. But that's not entirely so. A good immune system knows what it's doing. It's kept in checks and balances, and it is productive in what it does. So just because something is going off the rails doesn't mean that it is actually a powerful thing. So in my opinion, there's something to be done for your immune system to help it not get into a cytokine storm. However, vitamin D deficiency alone or turbocharged by insulin resistance, or insulin resistance alone or turbocharged with vitamin D deficiency, conspire to really putting you at a disadvantage when a cytokine storm situation is set up. So this is the piece of the puzzle that I did not know months ago. The videos that I did produce still hold true to what I've just discovered. But this is very important to know because you can empower yourself. If you control these two other global pandemics, your system will be more efficient when something else is exposed to it. So I hope that helps.